Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do something sort of simple. We're going to take a little tour around the truck that we bought recently. You've seen it a couple times around the channel, but it's our $600 shop truck. And the reason I'm going over this, it's not super exciting as it sits right now, but we're actually going to do a little bit of work to it here in the coming videos. We'll probably do 2 or 3 videos of getting this guy back up and running 100%. But we only paid $600 for it, and it has over 300, I don't know, like 10,000 miles on it. It might not be that much, but it's a lot of miles on it. So we're going to take a little walk around. We're going to talk about some of the things that are broken on it and what we're going to do to get this thing back up to, well, it's never going to be 100%. But if we could get it up to like 60, that would be awesome. Now, as we start around the side here, we're going to come back around to the front bumper in a second here. You'll see that tires, this one's not so shot, but they're getting there. It's time for some new tires. I think we're going to take care of that. Frame is actually in pretty decent shape. She's a little scaly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the rockers are gone. We might be able to take care of that with some help from a sponsor coming up. But the frame itself is actually pretty solid. I don't know. What is that? Yeah, well, there's some stuff hanging down, but don't worry about that. It's not to be concerned with. Then, I mean, body rust is always just a problem. We got a new cap. Luckily, we have like 12 parts trucks sitting around. All right, we got like 1.5, but we got some fender flares that are going to go over top these guys in a couple weeks, and then our rear tires are completely shot. Also, guys, if you ever want your truck to not rust out and you're in like the Northeast, doesn't matter if you're in Texas or something, don't put fender flares on your truck. This one I don't think actually had them. It's just the salt and 300,000 miles. But that's the problem on most of them, is people put the fender flares on, dirt and moisture, everything gets trapped up in there. If you see a clean looking bed that has fender flares on it, most likely there's rust under the fender flares, even if the person doesn't know it. Now, somebody spent the big bucks getting this thing rhino lined on the inside, which actually is pretty nice. I've never had a truck that actually had like a real, nice bed liner in it. I've always had the plastic ones. And this is nice. Stuff doesn't slide though, which is good and bad. If you try to put stuff in the truck, it kind of sucks because you can't just like push it forward. But it is nicer. And then we continued our look the whole way around the truck. We wanted to have a consistent look, and we liked how they did everything because it's got the rust, continues around to the backside. So we'll have to, I don't know, do we have a new rear bumper? I'll have to think about that. But that's one of the things. We already fixed the tailgate because the tailgate was just strapped on to here, and both hinges were gone. So we put a new one of those on just so we could use that. Now this bedside here, not nearly as rusty as the other side. That's good, except for we got a dent here, and this is a new dent since we bought it. And it continues up to right here. So I got a little story for you on that. So one of the funnier things that happened off camera, which I just need to have cameras rolling all the time whenever we're doing anything, because we've missed some good stuff recently. Like I wrecked that Duramax that we rebuilt over a year, long time, and then I lost, you guys know about it. Remember how when we were rebuilding the 2018 Silverado, which we did take up, it's finishing up on the bodywork right now. I'll have an update on that probably next video or maybe the video after. We decided to put the bent up frame on top of the back of this truck. And the reason we did that is because it was about to snow and it was real easy to get everything off of it. I would highly recommend doing this actually, just not the second part of where I'm going with this. So I put it up against here, up across the bed. It was real easy to access everything. Everything's, right at your height. You could reach all the bolts and everything that you needed to transfer over to the new frame. So we got everything off of the old frame that was laying on here and decided to take it up to our junkyard, which is just at the top of the driveway. It's not really like anything except for there's a bunch of trees that line the driveway on either side, and it's only one car width. Give you guys a hint, the frame, that's more than one car width. I'm driving this up the hill. I did put one strap on it just to kind of hold the frame on, and this was all Lance's idea, I gotta admit. I think I'm about to get yelled at by security here. I'm in a school parking lot. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's a whole group. It's causing a whole thing right now. Should be fun. Are they turning in? No, they're not turning in. See, we got the golf cart people. They looked very suspiciously at me though. Anyways, the driveway's snowy. It's up the hill, and you have to get a run at it, even really in four-wheel drive, because it was just a sheet of ice. And that means to like shimmy yourself in between the trees with a frame going the long way across just didn't work. It caught a tree, spun itself around, hit up here, hit here, and then we took out a lot of the tailgate, or I'm sorry, not tailgate, tail light right here. So, you know, things that just happen. Wasn't my idea. That one was all on Lance. More tires needed, more rockers needed down here. Again, frame is really pretty nice on this truck. I don't think, well, hold on. What's this right here? I guess that's just scaling. Sorry, for a second, thought we might have an issue. Oh, and then the other fun thing, which we're gonna do a startup here, but there's our exhaust. So, it's kind of loud. And then up across the front here, again, we're gonna do fender flares on everything. We're not gonna fix the dent, anything. This is just a shop truck, but we're gonna make it look a little bit decent. And then we got broken plastic and a rusted out bumper, which all of these bumpers over time rust out right about there. And we got those parts sitting at the house. Hood is a little bit dinged up, but nothing too bad for a shop truck. Now, one of the things that you guys weren't ready for, under the hood of this thing, we got the big boy, the serious one. We got the 4.3 V6. Now, the 4.3, I am not going to make fun of the 4.3 at all, other than it's slow. But these things are bulletproof. They run forever. GM's used basically the same engine. I think even the brand new trucks, they still offer a 4.3 that they've been offering since the 80s. And there's a reason for that, because they just run forever. Use a little bit of oil, but not too much. Everything else under here is dirty, but runs actually like a top. Now, we got more rust under the hood there, but you can't see that. That rust doesn't even count. All jokes aside, like I said, this engine sounds so good inside the interior here. We're gonna look what we got going on. We got a service airbag, we got a check engine. I don't even know what the check engine's for. 314, I was even wrong. We got 315,000 miles on this thing. Heat and AC, well, I don't know about AC. It's cold out. The heat will work as long as the blend door does the right thing, which doesn't always do. You can turn this radio up, get those AC Delcos kicking. Yep. Perfect for country music. Yeah. Locks work. And then we got the headliner coming down. We actually are going to take care of that as well. We got a new one. I think we already got the new one. One of the things I missed about saying right there is the reason we bought the truck. That stick right there, it is four-wheel drive. Most of these 4.3 ones were not four-wheel drive. There's a couple around, but a lot are just two-wheel drive, and it works pretty good. It slows down going up hills, unloaded. And then what do we got under the, oh yeah. You guys probably, if you aren't from Pennsylvania or, you know, the East Coast, you probably don't know, but Sheetz is the king of gas stations. Way better than Wawa. Wawa sucks. Now, I just realized something interesting. Look right here. There's a little lip right here. I think the rockers, yeah, the rockers have been done on this before. I mean, and now they're rusted out again. But that's a new rocker right there. You can see both spots where it was put in. And now it's time to go on a little bit of a test drive in the old truck here. I haven't actually driven this very much, but we have put, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 miles on it. Lance mostly on this. If we start right now, it's about 2 hours till dark. We should hit 60 right around sunset. So we got that going for us. So basically, we just get in here. There's no special tricks. You don't have to start this thing with a screwdriver. Right there. Starts up like a boss. And then throw into gear. Everything actually shifts into gear very smoothly. It does no clunks, nothing like that. And then you get on the gas, and she just goes up through the gears like it's supposed to. I don't know where I'm going here. I guess I can go this way. All right, I'm lost a little bit. But basically, you can just drive this like a normal truck for $600. You guys can find a deal like this on Facebook and drive it for $600. All right, when we pull out here, we're gonna do our top speed run. Not top speed run, acceleration run. We're not gonna do a top speed run. And go. Oh man, exhilarating. That's the word. That's the word to use right there. But actually, the truck steering wise, a lot of these trucks, like all of my, I've had a bunch of old Chevy trucks, and this one actually, like steering and stuff and suspension, is way tighter than most of the ones that I've had. So I think somebody actually did take care of it, and that's kind of why we're gonna drop at least a little bit of money, not a lot. You know, we'd like to have everything done on her for about you know, maybe $1,000 or, you know, it's all in like $1,000. She really actually works very good. I know I made fun of it the whole time, but works really good. But we're gonna pull over here in a second and wrap this thing up. So basically, we're just looking at turning this, that's noisy. So basically, we just want to do a few little things to really turn this truck into a nice little shop truck for us. We got wheels already and tires, nothing special, just some used ones that we had from before that are, I think, like 20 inchers. We'll show them. And then we're going to pick all the little, you know, appearance things that we can to easily and cheaply get this thing done for as little money as possible. With that, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.